Good afternoon, folks. This is Carl, your ticker guy, on the 29th of September. Well, by now you know that the Dow was down 777 stunning points today. Big losses. Everybody from CNBC on was saying that this was a direct result of the failure of the bill. Well, they're half right. What disgusted me in particular was CNBC news anchors running around the floor of the New York Stock Exchange saying that they wanted to see a circuit breaker trip day. In other words, they want to see a crash. Because that was how they thought they could get the market to throw a big enough temper tantrum to force the House of Representatives to rip you off for $700 billion. Let's examine some facts. First, 40% of the losses that happened today occurred before the vote was taken. Here's a chart. This is the S&P 500. You will see two ovals on that chart, the first of which was the opening drop. These losses were taken when everyone believed that the vote would pass because they had the vote, so they wouldn't have brought it to the floor. Traders sold the market anyway. Then we actually did get the other part of the plunge when the vote failed. But folks, if the S&P 500 was down by 40 handles before the vote was held, how big of a disaster was this? More game playing? You be the judge. I think so. Furthermore, this kind of capitulation selling is actually rather healthy for the market. We haven't seen it during the decline of late. We saw it back last August, but we didn't see it until today. Don't be too surprised if we actually see quite a bit of an upward move tomorrow. Of course, that all depends on what Asia and Europe do. It also depends on how much more arm twisting we get out of our government. This defeat today was a stunning victory for taxpayers. If we indeed are facing a cataclysmic economic event, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to need the $700 billion. And you got proof today that it would not have worked. Bernanke today injected $630 billion from the Federal Reserve into the system. It did not fix the credit markets. But we were just told $700 billion would. Well, if Bernanke has $630 billion available, why didn't he use it? If he was confident that it would actually solve the problem. Obviously, he's not very confident, is he? And obviously, in addition, he didn't solve the problem. So, in effect, Mr. Bernanke showed us that $700 billion wouldn't have done the job either. But he did keep us from flushing $700 billion taxpayer dollars down the toilet. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. As for Hank, Ben, and the other proponents of this bill, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for adults to come into the room. We have been gamed with claims of Armageddon. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Armageddon was going to come a week ago if we didn't get this passed. Didn't come. This morning, the market was down 40 handles and a significant number of Dow points, about 300, at lunchtime, before the vote was called. Everyone believed it would pass. After all, both Democrats and Republicans got up at podiums and told us so. When they got up and told us it was going to pass last night, the futures tanked. Oh yeah, they spiked for a few minutes, but not for very long. And then they ground their way down all evening and all through the night as Asia and Europe traded. Well, certainly part of that was because Europe went down like a cheap suit. They have banking problems over there too. But see, this is the problem we have, folks, with trying to fix this problem by throwing money down a hole. It isn't just ours. And we don't have enough money to throw down a hole. Oh no, we can't do that. There isn't enough there. This is somewhere between a $5 and $7 trillion problem in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, and we don't have $5 to $7 trillion. If we are truly going to face an economic catastrophe in the United States, we need that $700 billion for you and for I. because we will need it to fund essential services for our citizens. We cannot throw it away and give it to fat cat bankers on Wall Street. Congress did the right thing. Now, we need to encourage them, by whatever means are necessary, to bring the adults into the room. This means the job's not over. You need to send this video around to everyone too. We need to have an honest roundtable discussion of the different plans that are out there to solve this problem. I have one. It's very similar to what John Hussman wants to do. It's very similar to what a major derivatives expert in Chicago thinks is appropriate. We've all got little nuances and differences. Muriel Rubini has ideas. We have over 200 economists that I'm sure have probably 198 different ideas. We need to consolidate these into a few different ideas and have a few stakeholders and representatives show up in Washington, D.C., sit in a great big conference room and hash this thing out. We need to come up with a couple of plans, a couple of ideas, or an amalgamation of one or two really good ones, and present those to the Financial Services Committee, the Senate Banking Committee, and the Joint Economic Committee, and let them choose one. I believe we can do this without spending any taxpayer money up front. I believe if we fix the balance sheet issue, the derivatives issue, and the leverage issue, and then we do cram downs on those firms that are insolvent, we'll probably end up with a few that we have to provide direct taxpayer support to. And if that's necessary, it's okay. But we should do it via senior preferred stock purchases. Leave the bondholders intact in that case, but only after we've done the cram downs. And why? Because the people who got the rewards should be the ones who take the hits up front. Now, if it turns out we need to provide direct support, then we do. But only after we've solved the systemic problems that got us here. We cannot fix this problem with mere money, folks. 15 separate attempts have been made via that path. They have all failed. We get one shot at doing this right. Just one. And as we have seen today, as Ben Bernanke proved with his $630 billion injection, throwing money at the problem won't solve it. Get on the phone right now. Call Congress. Fax Congress. Let the adults in the room. You can find all of the information on all of the things that have been sent in petitions and other entreaties at supportedthebailout.com, net, or org. Go there. Read the material. Very shortly, as soon as I can get a clean copy, the yeas and nays from our vote this afternoon will be posted there. There's a lot of material there, and we're going to run a running commentary on that page every day until this is resolved, one way or another. This is your country, this is my country, this is my daughter's country. And this is what one of my friend's son thinks of this. You choose, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to you. There are millions of kids out there, just like this boy, that want their futures to be bright. Send this video around and make sure everyone you know sees it. Have a good day.